Hello, everyone. Oh, hang on. I've got volume over here. Let's turn that down. All right. Back for more painting. Our Lord of the Harvest here. I couldn't think of his name there for a second. Hope you all had a good week here on Sunday. I'm still waking up a little bit. I should have probably made a second cup of coffee.
Is that a subtle nudge of, honey,
Yeah,
can you make me some coffee?
Yeah, maybe coffee, please.
I can do this.
So I did like a little bit of work, Austin. Not a ton. Like I painted his shirt. I did some more like of the red highlighting on the back of the coat because that's just gonna take forever. The back of the coat. We've got a little more definition there, a little bit. It still needs a lot of work back there. Yeah, so we continue to make, you know, a little bit of progress here. I have lost brush. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I did his shirt, and I initially did it like an ivory white, and yeah, that look, it was so white. So I dulled it down with some deck tan and some of the the same color I used for the hat to make it look faded and dirty. And that was fine, but then I put a wash over it just to make it look more dirty, like this guy's been out in a field again. So I'm waiting for that. I just did the wash, like just before we turned on the stream. So that's gonna dry a bit, and then we can do some highlighting on the shirt to kind of bring out all the kind of little wrinkles and things that are on the shirt. See here. So, you know, I wanted it to look like a dingy old kind of sack shirt. I was looking for certain colors I know I own and I can't find them. I have no idea how I've lost them to do like his boots and gloves. And I was thinking, like, I guess I'm gonna do the shoes like a dirty army green. I don't know why. He's gonna be all mismatched, but I feel like he should be kind of all mismatchy. And I gotta decide on a color for the gloves, and I think those are just gonna be gray. I have an Underdark gray somewhere that I want to use, and oh, you know what? I think it's right here. Actually, is this it? Yeah, Underdark gray. It's one of my little D&D ones. I was just looking in the wrong place. I organize my paints. I don't know where any of them are. So I think we're just gonna do, this is kind of like a taupey kind of gray color. So that's what I'm going for. Here. But other than that, we need to do, you know, obviously the coat still needs tons of work. I haven't even touched the lantern. I haven't touched the scythe or the big pumpkin underneath. I might just start base coating those today and getting those going. So we'll see. Let's paint some gloves. We're gonna paint some gloves. There we go. I forget these D&D paints. They're kind of really thick. You're really gonna water them down for them to be a good consistency. Okay, maybe I thinned too much. That's okay, we're gonna do multiple coats. First coat can be... That's fine. So I want for the lantern for it to be like wrought iron, so you know, the black primer, I'm not gonna have to do a lot to that, I think. Okay, coffee, hooray. Thank you. Cup?
Cup.
cup of coffee? Thank you.
Maybe it's coffee.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Cream looks good. If it breaks, I'll yell. Okay.
I'll be watching.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put cup over here. Okay, maybe though, maybe we're gonna move water cup so that I don't dip my brush in my coffee, which I will likely do at least once. So that's all right. All right. Oh, is that a Chrysanth? Good morning, Chrysanth. How are you today? Okay. Now I've made this a better consistency. Trying not to get my head in the way here while I try to peek in and see what it is I'm doing. This guy's got some bony little straw fingers. Okay, we gotta get like inside. Oh, hey, feline. Trim carpentry breaking, but please don't lose any fingers, feline. Please don't. Don't do that. We gotta get his hand here inside the ring here is gonna be a pain in the butt. Get kind of underneath and around here and still see what we're doing, and I don't have the steadiest of hands, so it's gonna be a little sloppy, but that's okay. We can tidy it up later. All right, gloves. We've done first coat gloves. Fantastic. Okay. I've almost hit my thumb off once. Well, yes. Oh, see, I almost just did it in my coffee. See, I knew it was a bad idea to put the cup there. A little bit of paint never hurt anybody, though. Yeah, I'm glad you had a guardian angel. We don't want to call you Feline Nine Fingers. For those of you who watched, Sevi's game was great. He's a natural. He's a natural. This was a bad idea. Yeah, honey, you're definitely not allowed to lose limbs, digits, appendages of any kind. I will kill you. Don't do that. Huh. All right, I think the wash I put on the shirt to make it look really dingy is pretty well dry. Some of the recesses it isn't. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, nail guns, no joke. Let's do a wee bit of highlighting here on the shirt. I mixed a little bit of this uniform kind of goldenrod yellow in with the ivory to do the undercoat on the shirt. I think I'm gonna mix a little more in so it's not quite as bright as it was when I did the undercoat. Maybe has a little more yellow read to it. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, that's a good color. All right, let's let's do... really highlight the edges of these creases and the edge around where the tear is in the shirt. And I know they always say, like, don't, you know, really bring up your highlights, but I always feel like I do too much. I mean, we can always tone them down. Ridges there. Line ridges. Get some on. Kinda. They look so bright. I mean, they're gonna dry, obviously. Different, but I mean, we can always do another round of wash over it and maybe dull them down somewhat. I do. Okay, I do. I admit I cut and burn myself cooking all the time. Fun story. We had our good friends over once. This is years and years ago now. And we were cooking dinner and like hanging out together. And there was alcohol involved. We were drinking while cooking, me and one of my friends. And I took the tip of my thumb off. I don't know if you can see it, but like, hang on. Try to get it here. I doubt you can tell, but I took a good chunk of the tip of my thumb off, and there's like blood streaming down my arm. And so I call Matt in because I'm like, I might need to go to the hospital because it's bleeding everywhere. And Matt comes in and I'm like, Matt, look. And he goes, oh yeah, it looks good, looking at what we were preparing for dinner. And I'm like, no, not dinner. I think I might need to go to the hospital. There's blood streaming down my arm. I did not need to go to the hospital. I was fine. It turned out to be not quite as bad as it looked. So okay. All right. Oh, I said I wanted to do base coating of like the big pumpkin, and I think I am gonna do like the first coat on the pumpkin brown, and I'm kind of regretting I didn't do that with the face. So the pumpkin's not gonna end up being brown. It will also be orange-ish, but I should have done like an undercoat on it. So we're gonna do that with the big pumpkin underneath. So I'm gonna start doing that now. Because if I have to, oh, see, I almost did it again. I should not have put my coffee up. What was I just gonna say? Oh, if I have to keep looking at red on the coat, I'm gonna go mad. It's just, there's gonna be so much work of nothing but red on this thing that, I have done more work on it, but I'm sick of looking at it for the moment. As I've mentioned in previous streams, I'm quite ADD when I paint. There's no rhyme or reason here. I do this for fun. We're not looking for competition perfection here. So I'm using a flat earth. That is the color of the pumpkin. It's like a reddish muddy brown, so I figured that'll be a good undercoat to be putting orange on. It almost looks orange on camera, but it's not. It's called Flat Earth. It's a conspiracy color. A good undercoat to the pump. And I definitely should have put more of this color on my palette. Alright, yeah. We did not put enough flat earth on the palette. Let's do more flat earth. I can't believe how orange that looks on. And I picked a good color, I'm glad. I am gonna make it orange. I might not make it quite as bright orange. We might mix some of this in with the orange when I start doing the coats, to kind of tone it down a bit and not take away from pumpkin face and everything else going on. Okay, now we have lots, and we're probably gonna need... Oh yeah, I'm gonna paint my coffee here in short order. Okay, get a nice thin consistency. Not looking for perfect coverage. To look at some leak damage on Monday, so that means new door slab trim. Oh no! We really need to replace the whole door and frame at our side door at our house. I mean, it's almost at a point where calling it a door is not entirely accurate. Of course, we bought a really old house. Our house is just over 100 years old. It's pretty old. It was a good little house. Why? Good. So we did fix this issue with the camera, but then Apple updated its software. Then we had to update the Canon software. Now I think we have to redo whatever we did with the Canon software. You cannot win with technology, folks. If it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, I bet you we have to redo the software because we updated to Sequoia and then we had to change the Canon software. That update.
I don't know.
You don't
All
know?
I know is we're MacGyvering this thing together.
Oh, yeah. I would really. What? We want a GoPro?
Yeah.
We really need to get a GoPro. It's just not in the cards at the moment. Though we're saving up, and I have to say, thank you to Chrysanth and also to Darth Dade, who are the 2 subscribers to the channel. You are putting funds towards a camera that doesn't shut off, so I thank you very much. And of course, Feline, all your gifted membership, that's going towards that as well. All things to make the channel better. Not just for these streams, but also for, you know, game streams and the other channel I want to do about sort of like lesser known tabletop games. All that's going towards all of that. I'm not Bob Vila. I am very not like build savvy. I don't know what you call it. Bad spatial awareness. Of course, I'm directionally deficient. Everyone knows that. I get lost everywhere. But I am much more like bookish smart than I am like, you know, what do you call it? Pragmatically, like put things together and build things smart. I don't particularly have that set of skills. That's what my husband is for. We have an agreement. You know, I feed us and make sure we don't die. And he fixes all the cars and, you know, builds the chicken coop and all of those good things. And I must say it works out extremely well. It's also probably why I'm not terribly good at painting. Nat and I tend to be a bit impatient when it comes to things like this. But I do enjoy doing it. Why we do it. Okay, so I might have sort of screwed myself. Let's try and make a color for the shoes. I'm thinking of starting with what I have here called refractive green, but it's just sort of like a, you can kind of look at it here. Like an army and a dull green. I might not use like straight this color, but uh-oh, this one's blocked up. Let's shake it a bit. I need to also get one of those like paint bottle things. Paint stir little things. I don't know what you call it. Let's just see a little bit here. Like, how will it look? You know, actually, that's not that bad. And it's probably gonna dry kind of gray. Maybe we mix a little underdark gray in it. Let's try that. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, yeah, let's do more of that. It's like just a little bit green. Oh, here I am touching the pumpkin. Oh. It's looking really good. Thank you, Chrysanth. I'm happy with how it's turning out so far. I'm going to have to do more paint work off stream if this thing's gonna even be remotely done by Halloween. I even want to think about it, but it's coming to end of year, and I had a bunch of paid time off I had to take, so I do have days off the last week of October. So I'm thinking I'll do some work like off camera, but then maybe do a couple additional, 1 or 2 additional painting streams on camera to kind of really show the end details and the final product. I'll probably do the base all off camera, because the base is kind of boring. Not only that, but it's probably going to be a pain to paint because of the shape it is. So, alright. Well, while that dries, and we're going to have to do a whole nother coat of flat earth on that pumpkin underneath. Let's try and do like the light inside the lantern, because I want to do that before we do any like black or other dark gray color for the lantern itself. And I'm going to use a pretty dang bright yellow, and then maybe or 2 other colors. Put some water on here. Okay. So this yellow I'm using is I'll put it back on. Moon yellow. Moon yellow. I mean, it's bright. It's yellow. So let's see how this looks. The reason I'm doing this first is because I will almost certainly get it all over the little filigree work in here. And rather than having painted that first and having to go back over with it, I figure I will just mess it up now and then have to paint it once the inside bits are good. Like I said, I have not steady hands. Plus, I think it's probably just impossible to not get it all over that stuff because there's just itty bitty spaces in here. I'll probably also do some like orange. I won't leave it one color. We'll blend in some orange and stuff to make the light more dynamic. Oh yeah, there's no way I was getting that without making it a disaster. Okay. Their dearth of losses. Hotel 36. I did. I watched pretty much all of it. I did miss a little at the beginning and a little at the end, but I mentioned earlier before you were here, History Eraser Button, that I think Sevi's a natural. I think she did a really good job, and I thought it was really fun. Oh man, we gotta paint. I'm gonna paint the lantern behind. I'll probably do that off stream. I'm gonna have to hold it at some stupid angle. Decelebrated Maynard. It, you know, it, yeah, it needs a lot of, the scythe isn't painted. A lot of the detail work needs to be done. So I'm happy with the progress, but it just needs a bunch of love really to make it the way of the finished product that I would like. So had to help me understand your token name. Oh my god. Oh, that's too much. I was happy that myself and Ewok made a little bit of an appearance. I thought that was great. Oh. Okay, all right. I think for the most part we can put a second coat on the pumpkin. Let's do that. I so don't want to have to paint more red today, but I think it's unavoidable. I think we just have to do more red highlighting today. There's no way around it. There's just so much red coat on this damn thing that I don't think there's any way around it. So I am gonna make this pumpkin oranger once we kind of have this base coat of Flat Earth, which is a color. I love the name of this color, Flat Earth Brown. Kind of a reddish, orangey-ish kind of brown, muddy color. So I figured that'd be a good undercoat. I don't want this to be like a neon orange pumpkin like his head. I don't want to take away attention from the face. We're gonna do like a toned down orange pumpkin underneath. Here. Pumpkin noise good. Thank you, History Eraser Button. Yeah, I hope she enjoyed it and she does do it again. She did a great job. it can be intimidating, to GM for your first time, even if it's just or like your like weekly group or your normal group, and having to do it on stream can just be really nerve-wracking. I know, even I've GM before and run campaigns before, but doing it on stream made me really nervous the first time, so great. Because now you gotta worry about being entertaining for the audience and your players and everything, and not just like your friends or your whoever you GM for. It's very different. It's a different experience. But it's fun. It's really fun. Okay. I also have to get into like his eye sockets and make them bright like a jack-o'-lantern. I haven't done that yet. You know, like my little jack-o'-lanterns on screen that are just adorable. Huh. Okay. We could start this scythe. I've not done anything with this scythe. Now, part of the reason I didn't do it yet is I think the scythe looks like a jaw. Like its teeth and like fleshy bits, and like maybe some parts back here are like sort of metal. Or is it just like really rough hewn metal? Like, so I don't know what color to paint it. I feel like there's already enough red. Maybe don't do any more red. But I also feel like it might just look really dull if it's like, you know, some kind of dulled gray metal. I don't know how to paint it. I don't know what to do about it. I'm torn. I'm torn on what to do. I'm gonna start doing the handle though. And just base coat the handle. These browns are like glue. They're so thick. I'm gonna do it dark first and then bring it up. have to hold it close to my face. Blind. Apologies. That paint is so thick, that's probably going to take a good amount of time to dry. Yes, Chrysanth, I agree. The one-shot was a ton of fun. I like one-shots and shorter campaigns have a place. You know, long campaigns are great, and it's, you know, fun to have the reoccurring cast all the time, but I feel like one-shots are a great way to showcase different role-playing styles, different systems, all kinds of different stories. So I enjoy one-shots and smaller campaigns a lot of the time. Oh, what to do. Here we go, I'm having indecision on what to paint again. I will touch some stuff up since I had to put some... Nope, that's coffee. Different paint for the scythe handle on the board. I also realized there's I missed a leather strap over here. In fact, I think I missed like painting a whole little section of coat because it's sort of hiding behind the scythe. So I'm gonna have to go back in and like do this whole itty bitty area here. You probably can't see it, but I don't think I got any paint on it at all. There's this other little leather strap here that I have just painted horribly, but that's okay. And like a bit of coat. Hello, Gameplay Boy. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Touch up straps over here. And there's buttons over here, so we're gonna have to paint the buttons. I'm thinking silver. Silver little buttons. He's also got this little bit up here on his hat. That I think I might do like a tarnished brassy color. I don't know, we'll see. But I do also have to touch up his hat. I'm happy with how the wash sort of subdued the yellow in the hat. I am happy with that, so. I think it needs a little more shading. And then touch up, just a little bit of touch up on some of the highlights I did to it. Making a mess of the sand. Do that. In fact, we can probably try and put down a little more. I used some of the umber wash on the shirt, and it's got a little more oomph to it than the I don't think it's dark enough though. I think we have to use the brown wash. Oh, and we've just we've painted my coffee, which I knew was gonna happen at some point this stream. My bad. I shouldn't have put it over here. So let's do a little more wash on the hat. Let's try and get some more definition in here. I'm being really selective as to where I put the wash on this time. I'm not washing the whole thing. I really just want it to be darker in certain places. Ah, I'm stuck. You know what else we haven't done? We haven't decided what color this thing's gonna be. It's not part of the coat. Because it's tied on with the rope that's around his neck. I have no idea what color to make that. What the heck color is that gonna be? Maybe we'll do that the same color of his shoes? Which is like a gray green I made him? I don't know. Might look good? No idea. Haven't thought about that in the slightest. Alright. Like I said, I don't think we can avoid it. I think we have to do more red today. Ooh, these red are coming out, let me tell you. Okay, we gotta get our succubus red. Okie dokie. Ah, new pain in the butt camera. For those of you who weren't here earlier, we had fixed the issue with the camera, and then Apple had an update, which caused us to have to re-update the Canon software on the camera, and now it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, well the problem is, Chris, it's not a webcam. Like, it's a Canon camera. Yeah, and I mean, like, it can do video, but it's not really meant for continuous video. What I need is a GoPro, like a decent GoPro. Chrysanth, your subscription, Darth Dave subscribed, thank you both, and Feline, the gifted memberships you gave. All that's gonna go back into getting an appropriate camera and other things for the channel. to do on the channel. That's where that money's gonna go. I'm not just gonna spend it willy-nilly. It's gonna be to put back into the channel. So, as we get a little bit more and it builds up, we'll get some other stuff. It. I'm like redoing some shadows in here now that kind of got toned up too high. Then we'll kind of go over some of the other areas. Again. The gory red and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I have to do over here where I think I missed behind the scythe. I think I missed this like whole little area over here. Get that kind of base coated. Sure. Just in an awkward area, I think I missed it. Over here is probably going to be a little darker because it is blocked by the arm and the scythe. Okay. Underneath. Okay. Gory red time. Yes, honey.
When you took away the burritos from the fry, is there a new bag too?
No. No, I took the open bag. Does CJ have them?
Nope.
Oh, do we have missing Doritos?
Yep.
Oh.
Leave it open. Drop some.
Oh no, I didn't. We have a MIA bag of Doritos. We're not sure which child is responsible, where they might be moldering away somewhere. My bet it is the Nugget. And that's my Nugget, my daughter, not Chrysanth. I don't think Chrysanth stole our Doritos. audio mute thing. So, okay. We know it's something in the Canon software. And we did... Well, I say we. My husband. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to this kind of thing. My husband did do some kind of update or changing of the software so that it shouldn't shut off. And it did work. For like one stream. The problem is between when we did that and like the next stream, the Apple system software had an update, which caused us to have to get another version of the software for the Canon. And I think that because of those two things, we're having the issue again, and I don't know if it's just we have to go back and redo whatever we did to the software to make it not do that, or no idea. So, but this camera is just not, it's not made to be doing what it is doing. Not that kind of camera. I thought you meant the royal we. No, when it comes to anything tech, like with the cameras or audio or anything that isn't like editing videos, because I do all the editing for if I put pre-made videos out, pre-record videos out, but that's all my husband. All the overlays, anything to do with OBS, that's all my husband. Yeah, I take zero credit for any of that. And I don't mean to. I have no idea about it and utterly useless when it comes to technology. Oh my gosh, there's just so much fabric on this damn coat. There are so many freaking ridges. Hands are so unsteady. This might not be on camera, but if I'm ever gonna have hope to paint these ridges, God, steady hands. Maybe I do this off camera. Hang on, guys. I have a space heater up here. So I'm in like a converted attic. It has done its job well, and now I'm ready. So. I don't know if you can see. See, okay. I mean, it's coming together. It's a little hard to see on camera. Okay, the battery may have run out. Hang on. Okay, yeah, the battery ran out. Hey, hon. The battery has died, darling. Battery
I'm gonna
unge.
go office space on this damn thing when we get a new camera. Come on.
You know, we can film it. You know, us shooting it with like the pellet gun.
That works.
That works.
Come on. That's not how it goes in.
Taking. Countdown till Rabbit throws the camera out the window. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Princess Banana Kid.
Yeah, I primed one of the little guys for you to paint later.
Hi.
Can you say hi, chat?
Hi.
Ready?
Okay.
You good?
All set.
Fantastic. All right.
Got a lot of paint there.
I got a lot of paint.
Wow, you got one on your cheek.
Do I?
Yeah.
Paint on my face?
Not that I see.
Oh, okay.
I want to do the yellow first.
Okay, yeah. You can use yellow after, okay?
Okay.
Come on, honey. Go downstairs.
Aw, I love you. Bye. Oh, hi, Fantastic. How are ya? Yeah, she's very excited. I primed this little guy for her. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it. It's like this little frog dude in a little banana costume. A little like Halloween thing for her to paint. So she's gonna do that after lunch. But that's my nugget. We call her our 4-piece. Cause she's a little bigger now. She's more than just a one nugget. She's very excited to paint her own little guy. So. Frogs and bananas fitting, yeah. I painted a whole little set of this one's like a little skeleton frog reaper. I think he looks like a Tonberry, but with a scythe. So I have that one. I have one that's like a lumberjack, and I think the other one is just a guy holding a pumpkin spice latte. The household youth. Yeah, the Utes. Those are the Utes. The other one is not that small. The other one is 13 and 6 feet tall. So he's huge. Okay, as I say, I don't think you can tell so much on camera yet. I mean, I'm just gonna spit every time I see red while I'm painting this thing. I think I'm gonna do the ridges off camera so I can hold it up to my face and be steady. It's just hard to do it on camera. So I want to do more work on his face, and I actually put paint on my palette to do so because this orange just has terrible coverage. So I need a magnifier. Yes, I know. I gotta get magnifier glasses because in this case, though, it's not just that they're too small for me to see. It's that if I'm leaning over and painting, my hands are too unsteady. I need to hold it and like steady my hand on it. Like, you know, I don't have steady hands. I feel like I've put like 6 coats of this orange on and it still just looks terrible. I think I'm just gonna have to accept that its coverage is gonna kind of break through and move on and deal with it and maybe put a wash over it. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. Yeah, I was told when I went to the eye doctor last time that, like, glasses aren't gonna be an option. You need contacts. Because my prescription is, I'm so extremely nearsighted. But also, you probably will need readers. So now it's like I have contacts and readers. Oh. And I very often do not use the readers when I really should. Like, I'm not old enough to need readers yet. But I suppose I'm blind enough, so I have to find some that I like so that I like actually wear them. That seems unfair. Well, when you are as unbelievably blind as I am. No, I'm really badly nearsighted. I'm worse in my left eye than my right eye. So what really stinks is that, you know, once I take my contacts out to go to bed. This is Magoo. Once I take my contacts out to go to bed, I'm blind. I can't see until I put my contacts back in. Yeah, I'd say, Feline, you might need your glasses updated. When I went, because I don't think I'd gone. It had to be almost 6 years when I finally went to the eye doctor, because I had the glasses I had. I had before me and my husband got married. And I mean, it's been some years since then now, but when I went and they did my prescription again, it was like night and day. I was like, almost like it was so bad. Like, I was like, I was driving seeing that badly. That's bad. Let's test dulling down this orange for the great pumpkin here that he's sitting on. I'm gonna take some of that same flat earth that I used to do the base on the pumpkin, and some of the same orange I'm using for his head, which is really freaking bright. What the heck is this called? Orange fire. And see if we can't do like a more subdued orange here for the pumpkin. I'll have to wait and see when it dries. You get free classes at work? I don't. Pay for mine. I mean, I have eye coverage. And it's still whatever they don't cover, which is usually quite a bit, comes out of our pocket. Or through the self savings account, which is still mostly out of my pocket. My employer does contribute. Let's look at that. That's so that looks orange, but dulled down. I think that'll be good. The top of it has green vines or something on it, so we can do green vines too up there. If you hear an engine, I think it's my neighbor on his motorbike. So it might get loud. He likes to rev it up. That makes you Ewok magic. Ah. Okay. Oh man. Mix more of this. Yeah, my husband's also rather blind. I think he's blind in a different way than I am blind, but also blind. Okay, like I'm happy with that. It's orange, but it's not uber orange, like his face. You know it's a pumpkin. We'll do another coat of that. we'll add like scales and maybe fade some green in, or it's got a whole bunch of these like crenellations and stuff. We could maybe mix funny orangish yellow to do the highlights on here for. I really think we need to do under here. We will. At least the rounded bits. I'm not going to worry about being too precise about under his coat, because this is going to end up sitting on the base, and you really, really aren't ever going to see this because of the coat blocking it. So I'll probably do like one undercoat of that evil red that looks almost purple, just so it's not straight primer underneath, but I don't think I'm going to do anything else under the coat. You're just not going to see it. Yes. I agree with you, History Eraser Button. Glasses can be sexy on both men and women. But I think the top here is need to be a little green. Oh, freak it. Let's see. Like a vine here, and of course it's like right behind his foot. You know, just put them in places that like you're never going to be able to paint. There. It's like a good start to the pumpkin, I suppose. It's gonna need another coat of that orangey color. I think the right pair on the right person can be an improvement no matter what. No matter what. And then they took her glasses off. Well, for sure, the wrong glasses can make you look bad. Like, I think anyone can suffer from bad glasses frames. I think that's true just like anybody. What do I want to do? I don't know, I'm so indecisive. I'm happy with the progress we made. We did a little more shadow on the hat, another coat on the face. We did some of the work on the back of the coat. I did the shirt. Now, I grant you, I did the most of the work on the shirt before I came on stream. We touched up the leather belts. We're gonna have to do the details on those. We have painted the pumpkin underneath. We have painted the handle to the scythe, and we did the first coat of the light in the lantern, which we will have to do again. And then we're gonna have to do all the wrought iron work around that. JT just said PayPal nuked his account. Why? Why would PayPal do that? I mean, PayPal's shit anyways. But why? You're saying like they canceled him? Like told him he can't use the service anymore? That's awful. one of the reasons a lot of streamers do not opt for PayPal, and I'll tell you this if anyone doesn't know, is that if someone donates, if someone gives money through PayPal and then requests a chargeback, PayPal charges you as the account holder $15 for the chargeback. So you can end up owing PayPal money if you have too many chargebacks. And it's not great. It's better just to use the systems like YouTube or Twitch or wherever to give money, because usually they will eat the cost if someone wants to cancel it and get their money back. PayPal does not do that. It's on you as the user of the service to pay the chargeback fee. So, I don't know. Plus PayPal's crap as it is. Don't use them. Use other donating services. There's a whole bunch that you can use that are probably better. I feel really awful for JT though. Okay guys, I think I'm happy with the progress I've made today on the mini. For those of you Stripe, there's Streamlabs, there's Stripe, there's another one, what's it called? It's spelled weird, like KW something. That's true. I mean, I know it's like lose-lose everywhere, but PayPal's just kind of shit. All around, no matter what. Anyways, I was saying, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Happy with where we're at the mini? I'm going to stop for today. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I have a week off at the end of the month. I had some time I had to take off work, or I was going to lose it, and I'm not letting them take my time away. They're going to pay me for not working. So, I'm probably going to do an extra stream or two that week, and one will probably be painting. I'm going to have to do some painting off stream if I have any hope, though, of getting this thing done before Halloween. So stay tuned for that. I've just been unbelievably busy with work the past couple of weeks. It's been insane, so I apologize for not streaming as much, but we're hoping to get back to normal here this week and the week after and have a more normal schedule. So I thank you all for joining me and watching me paint and watching my other streams, and I will catch you on the next stream. Hope you guys all have a great Sunday afternoon wherever you are. Alright, bye guys.